Hey lovelies, it's Chioma. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about travel, lifestyle, beauty, and everything in between. Grab a drink, get comfy, and let's get started. So, today I was thinking, what message do I want to pass on? Because yesterday I had made the video about don't be scared. And right now in the US, there's a lot going on, there's a lot happening. And I was like, with everything going on, who can we trust? Who is trustworthy? Who can we trust? And today, the answer came to me. I had a revelation, if you will. Okay. And I realized that the person you can trust is yourself because you know yourself, you know your intentions, and that's the only person you can trust. Because at the end of the day, you don't know your mayor. They are capable of anything. You don't know anybody outside yourself that well. You don't know their thoughts, their intentions. So to start off, the only person you can really trust is yourself. So you have to look within first. Maybe in the future you'll meet other people you can trust, but you don't know that yet. So to start off, look within. Who can you trust? You. So you have to start getting to know yourself, getting to know your good side, your bad side. That way, you know how you can rely on yourself. You know how to plan your life in such a way that you don't end up disappointing you, right? And then that way, you prove to yourself that you truly are trustworthy. So, yeah, the person you can rely on is you. Other people can disappoint. You can even disappoint yourself, but because you know your own intentions, it's easier to forgive yourself and then to look on and be like, you know what? I truly did mean the best for myself. Like maybe it didn't work out, but I did my best. You can really look at yourself and say, "Hey, you know what? I did my best. I tried. I did what I could." But trying to rely on other people, it can get really messy because those people they have their own the things they want to focus on, right? And you might not be a priority to them, not in the way that you would be a priority to yourself. So in everything going on with all the mess that is happening, you can trust yourself and you can start doing your shadow work, learning about yourself to prove to yourself that you're trustworthy. And then you will know that in any situation you find yourself, you can handle it. You know that, hey, you know what? If things go down, if things turn sour, I can trust myself, right? Because let's say you're starting a new business venture and you're trying to do it with somebody and then they end up scamming you. That happens. But if you trust yourself, you know you're reliable. So you're like, you know what? That wasn't the best decision. Or maybe I didn't see that coming and maybe I should have. You can take accountability where you can. And where you can't, you just let it go. You just leave it alone and it is what it is. And in the end, what that does is it builds confidence. It builds your confidence in yourself. People always want to know how they can become more confident. It's by trusting yourself and going through situations that re-emphasize that trust. So it ends up in a feedback loop where you trust yourself, you pull yourself out of the hard situations you find yourself in, which makes you trust yourself even more and know that you can go out and conquer. And then if anything happens, you can rely on yourself to pull yourself out of that situation. And then the knowledge that you pulled yourself out of that situation helps you trust yourself more. And so that trust feeds into the confidence you have in yourself, feeds into your self esteem, which then makes you trust yourself even more because you're seeing how capable you are and you're seeing how you really are resourceful and you can really pull yourself out of anything. And that makes you trust yourself more because then you're like, wow, I'm a resourceful person that can be trusted in any situation. So, of course, I'm going to trust myself to pull myself out of whatever situation. And it just keeps feeding into itself and keeps feeding into itself. And at the end of the day, that's how you get to that point where your self esteem is just so high, right? You're at the peak of your self-esteem, you're at the peak of your emotional intelligence, because you're getting in tune with yourself. You're because you're sitting with yourself, you're analyzing your thoughts, right? Your intuition is getting stronger. You know how to read your emotions. And then you're getting to the point where when you see this emotion coming up, you don't just react because you've been through it before, right? And your confidence and your self esteem is up. So you know who you are. So if somebody is even sitting there trying to trigger you, you're not as easily triggered because you know who you are. But it comes with deciding to trust yourself and then working on that trust, right? And giving yourself reasons to trust yourself, and then reminding yourself that you can, in fact, trust yourself. So it just goes into itself. And the reason I say this is because right now there's a lot happening and you don't know who's going to sell you out, who can be trusted, right? And also, people are pushing different messages. You have to realize people are pushing the message that's going to benefit them, right? The message that's going to benefit them. So all these influencers that are pushing you to spend, right? They're pushing the consumerism, they're pushing spending. Oh my God. They're pushing spending, they're pushing buy a new car. Oh my God, look at this haul, look at this clothes, this new makeup, this new this. You have to pull back, pull into yourself and ask yourself, okay, according to my situation, what is the best course of action? So instead of waiting for other people to tell you what should be done, what the best thing to do is, you tell yourself what should be done and what the best thing to do is, right? You handle that within yourself. So you're not relying on social media. So like something else is like those people that come up on online and they're like, I'm so sorry about the yari. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But those people that come up on social media and they're like, oh, what are we wearing this summer? What are we wearing this winter? Babes, what do you want to wear? What do you want to wear? Right? Like, why are you asking people that don't know you what is best for you? That doesn't make sense. And that falls in line with the following the trends. A lot of people will accumulate a lot of debt in a way that doesn't serve or benefit them because they're not doing things that are for them. They're doing the things they see other people doing. But then those things are for those people. Oh. Those things are for those people, right? It's not for you. It doesn't benefit you. Right? So it's just like let me use something small. Like let's say people are going powder free when it comes to makeup. But you know you're an oily girl and you need to be powdered down. Why would you go powder free? You look crazy. You look crazy. Or the girls that are like, okay, we're baking extra, extra, extra. But then you know you're a dry skin girl and all that powder is gonna make you look extra dry. Why would you do that? Why would you go for the matte when you know you need dewy? You get what I'm saying? Or like the girls that like they want to wear heels when they know they can't like walk in them, or they have to walk 10 miles to school, but then they want to wear these heels and they don't want to bring their sandals. Like, babes, just bring the sandals. When you get to where you're going, you can put on the heels, because the girls that are telling you to wear those heels the entire walk, they only walking 300 feet. You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make sense. You have to do the things that make sense for you. And I know that social media, especially TikTok, is making everybody think they have to do the same thing and live the same life. And I just want to tell you guys, it's okay to live your own life, to go within and ask yourself, does this make sense for me? Does this make sense for my lifestyle, for my pockets, for who I am, who I want to become? Does this make sense? It's okay to make decisions for yourself, right? It's like everybody's like, oh, I'm going to eat as much bread as I want. But then, if you were eating all that bread, it's going to trigger maybe your insulin. Like maybe you were pre-diabetic just last year. And it's like, you need to give yourself a moment. You need to give yourself some time to look at your life and determine what's the best course of action for you. Don't go around following everybody else just because they're doing it. It's for them, not you. You are two different people. What's for you is for you. What's for them is for them. Are we making sense? So just live your life in a way that's beneficial for you. That's the message for today. Trust yourself. Trust what you know. Trust what you have. Trust who you are. You don't need to go out of your way to live life according to other people. Okay? You can live life according to yourself. It's your life. It's your one life. So you have to live it in a way that benefits you and that makes you truly happy and satisfied. Okay, that's all I have for today. And I will see you next time. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And let me know anything you want me to talk about. Bye. Mwah.